cardinal sin right there. Let's see how far back that rolls. That will be a very difficult up and down. To 9T.
EJ, 8-time winner, his last coming in 2011 at the Players.
Unfortunately, got up right underneath that one. But it's pretty thin. It's well trampled up the 9th.
Now Dustin Johnson on the tee. Even for the round.
.290 over the bunker down the left.
Worried about that left side.
Well, didn't need to be worried for long, did he? No. I went over 300 through the air.
Well, Dustin, the runner-up here the last 2 years. He was in the playoff in 2015. It was won by James Hahn. And as he last season overall, he finished 7th in the FedEx Cup at the end of the season. Only player to make the Tour Championship the last 7 years. And Brandt Snedeker is the current leader in the FedEx Cup standings. Kevin Kisner right behind him. Let's go to the 8th.
Well, he's going high. He's got the lob wedge open-faced.
Yeah, but this has to go long here. You cannot afford to come right back down to your feet, and that's okay. You know, you got a 15, 20-footer for par.
All he could do. Up and high, looking down at this beautiful George C. Thomas design. There's MetLife Snoopy too, cruising these beautiful skies today. Pacific Ocean not too far away. Thanks very much, Snoopy, for today's unique perspective. Now, Bubba. Very cautious down the hill.
Now, in the middle of that putty in, it broke down toward the 6th green again, which we've been talking about all week long. And
yeah, that's
looks
the
like
low
it had
point,
to go
isn't
left.
It? Yeah, you have to factor that into your read. It's like mountain golf. Find the highest peak and find out where the valleys are, and there's always a tendency to factor that in. The whole property here slopes down these barrancas. The waterway flows down to the lowest point of the course is the 6th green. So everything has a tendency to fall that way. So just keep it in mind. It's not every putt, obviously, but it's something you need to keep in mind. Now KJ at the 9th.
As you said, Nick, even though he's in the right room, lie is fine.
Just got to carry that huge bunker front right. He does well, because that will go up and should come back. Yes, he's going to feed to the right more, just missed the main slope. To 8.
Let's see if he gets the read right here. Once again, it's just a lag putt, Peter.
It is a lag putt, and it should be lagging to the right as it finishes.
Okay. Both very careful there. And that's where Chez Reavie hit his pitch, is where he would have been aiming his second shot, as Bubba and Jason did. Little long, little left is the safe side here at 8. Quite a few difficult pins out there today. Peter, it's interesting. Quite difficult at 13, and there's a couple early, and 10, of course, is a nightmare.
Well, the more difficult the holes are on hole locations are on Sunday, the more important the 54-hole lead generally is, because you just can't take some of these holes on. We're going to end up at the land of the 30-foot birdie putt.
Yes, and on a hole like this, 30 feet away putting for birdie is not a bad goal, as Chez Reavie is now finding out, as he has 25 feet or so for par, because he came up short.
He did get to see Bubba's putt come down the slope, so he'll have a pretty good idea of what this does.
Chez played well last week at Pebble Beach as well. He finished with a 77 on Sunday, but got some good vibes and confidence from the first 3 rounds. His coach, Mark Blackburn, added a little bit of shaft lean to his putter before last week, and that's been helping him with the flow and cadence of his stroke. More like he was when he was a kid, he said the feeling was. but just a little overly cautious there on allowing that to break to the right. So a bogey for Ches back to 12. It really is a mixture, isn't it, Peter, when you look at the leaderboard between the super long hitters and those that strategize their way around, perhaps, like KJ and Ches and Matt Kuchar.
Well, I think you need to plot your way around this course. Keep the ball below the hole as much as possible. Of course, if you're a longer hitter, you get to do that with shorter clubs.
Good start for Jason Kokrak as we go to the 9th.
Dustin Johnson's second shot.
Oh, perfect angle.
It really is.
If you can land it.
Like that?
Yeah, but it's still, anything topside is, well, we're trying.
It's still trickling.
You have to be a wizard to find a way to get to read these things today.
Let the fun begin at 10.
Well, he's got the idea, doesn't he? Birdie, bogey, birdie. So 330 yards. Hole is cutting way back right. So whatever left, take it.
Yeah, it is left, Gary, with a 3-wood.
Out of those trees, and now it'll get entertaining. Little trees. He's going to play a bump and run, and look where that flag is cut today, way in the back right. We've had 200 this week, 286 guys go for this green off the tee, and there's been one ball on the green. And the hole yesterday was only 289. All these guys can get there. You just can't keep it on the green. Look at this, birdie, birdie, birdie.
Another 3-wood here for Adam. Looking left.
Adam says on this hole you've got to play one great shot. Whether it's a tee shot, the second shot, the third, you've got to play one great shot.
I like that.
And he's going to have to play one because he's over there in the trees again.
You better do it right now.
Yeah, right now. Let's go to the 9th tee. Well, that was Jason Kokrak taking on that far left bunker. It's 290 to carry it, and it waved as it went by.
Piece of cake, yeah. He can hit it 312 through the air, his caddy says. Comfort zone. That's the comfort zone, 312.
He's got an impressive looking game, Peter, you know, for someone that hasn't been up there all that often, Kokrak.
As we watch Bubba with his tee shot. Yeah, that's the full Monty there, I can tell you that. Yeah, Jim, he does have I think he's got a very solid game. It's going to be interesting, you know, from a coach's perspective. He has a lot of what we call downloading, or increasing the angle between the shaft and the lead arm as he starts down, which is why he hits it so far. It's going to be interesting, Nick, to see how that holds up under pressure.
I agree.
Over on the 9th green, KJ studying a putt that's going to move to his left. It will be quick.
Big time break. Just probably looking 4 or 5 feet out to the right. Said his putting's come alive after you just simply changed the posture. Stood up taller. Get your hands up. Just gives you that little bit of freedom to swing your forearms.
You referenced talking to him at Farmers Insurance Open when Snedeker won. KJ could finish second here. Look at this putt.
Wow. Good try. But hang on.
Even with that recent high showing, he's coming into this week was 133rd in the world.
We had kind of a little bit of an off year last year. So, yeah, as you know now, you've got to be at it every week. You've got to be in there. You've got to be in top 10. A poor week, it's got to be 20 to 30th just to hang high in the world rankings.
And Dustin Johnson now will stroke this birdie attempt from the other side. Enjoy what we just saw. Give a little idea then what this might be like. DJ right now 3 off the lead. And even though it's been a sluggish beginning here for the likes of Dustin Johnson and Bubba Watson, you just hold on, because that second side, man, it can change so quickly. There's so many holes where you can get a range of scores from, like, take the 10th hole, 3 to a 5. We see everything.
See how difficult the left to right is are? stare at them all day, and you sometimes just can't get it high enough.
You can sign up for the PGA Tour Fantasy Golf Game for free. I'm sure a lot of folks that were in on it would have had